Hello, everybody. It's me, Shannon LaBruyere. I'm live and loving it tonight. Welcome to Sunday Night Live, where we explore the principles that allow us to thrive in change. And we are going to be talking about the best kind of change ever, and it's growth. At least I think it's the best kind of change ever. Sometimes we don't think about the fact that growth, personal growth, always represents change. So if we resist change, if we dig in and we don't want to change, if we refuse to change, what we're really saying is we also refuse to grow. So I cannot wait to talk about that with you all. Welcome, whoever's here. I want to invite you. Hi, Phil. We missed you last week. It's good to see you. Um, Jump in, make some comments, say hi. If you've never been in the comment section of Sunday Night Live before, now's your chance to give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook profile and your image, and we'll know who you are when you're talking. Oh, hi, Bree. I'm glad you're here. Missy, yay, welcome. I'm super geeked about what we're going to talk about tonight. And so let's see. It is the Thrive Principle, trust the process. What we are going to talk about tonight is the most important place for you to invest in your growth. And based on conversations I've had with people lately, you may be surprised at where I say that is. So I'm kind of a little teaser there, but hang with me. You're going to be glad you did. So important what we're talking about tonight. The next thing I want to do is give a shout out to Thumb Roast Coffee, our sponsor of Sunday Night Live and the Thrive and Change podcast. Thank you so much for those of you who have gone and supported Thumb Roast Coffee, checked out the website, ordered some coffee to get sent to your house or to a friend. It's great stuff. I love it. And the best part of all, as a Sunday Night Live viewer, you get 15% off just by using the coupon code THRIVE, THRIVE, at thumbroastcoffee.com. You will not be disappointed. It is the best coffee ever. It's delicious. I cannot wait to drink mine in the morning. It's going to be good. Going to be good. All right. So, we are going to talk about the most important place to start on your personal growth journey. And I want to just throw this in there. It's not just that you have to start here, you have to revisit this, um, because the area that we need to invest in first, if we want to truly grow, is in our healing. I'm going to say that again. If you want to grow, if you want to be more so that you can do more, so that you can have more of the life God created for you to have, then your first investment needs to be in your own healing. Missy's mind's blown. Yeah, your healing. I was thinking about my growth journey throughout my life. And I love personal growth. I love the principles that drive it. So it doesn't feel like it's just little ticky tacky techniques to apply here and there. I love the broad principles that allow us to fully and completely expand and take on more and be more. I love all those things. But when I look back at the beginning of my personal growth journey, which is separate from my spiritual journey, and my spiritual journey began when I was 6 years old. And that's been a beautiful thing. And I'm really grateful that my spiritual journey actually allowed me to heal. My spiritual journey allowed me to heal so that I could be in a place where I could grow as a person and not collapse on a weak leg. Have you seen that phrase that says, wounded people bleed over everybody they meet? It's true. When we have areas in our lives and our hearts that need healing, when we have those areas, if we do not invest, whether it's time, and we'll talk about this, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's just belief that we deserve to heal, whatever investment we need to make sure that we heal, if we do not make that investment, we are not able to fulfill our potential to reach those big dreams and goals that we have. Healing is so important. If you are a marathon runner and you've got a broken ankle, I do not recommend getting out there and trying to run. Bad things are going to happen. If you truly want to be everything God created you to be, I want you to know you deserve to heal from the wounds that prevent you from growing and thriving, the wounds that prevent you from seeing things clearly, the wounds that cause the other people around you to suffer as well because your lack of healing gets taken out on them in some really dysfunctional, sometimes unintended, but still hurtful ways. Are you with me still? Are you with me? I know this is serious stuff, but it's so important. And I could have called this Bring the Honor. The first reason that you need to invest in your healing is because you deserve to be healed. You are a valuable person just by being here, being the creature that God created. You are worthy of healing. You are worthy of healing. If you have areas in your life that you're thinking, oh, it doesn't matter. I can just put that out of my head. I don't have to worry about that. I'm here to tell you that the wounds that we cover up fester. They do. They do. The wounds that we cover up fester. So I want you to know you deserve to be healed. You deserve to experience full healing. And you, on your growth journey, will find that the time, the money, the effort that you spend in investing in your healing shows a return on that investment thousands and thousands and thousands of times over time. I was thinking about how it was always so difficult for me to give myself a break when it came to decorating my Christmas tree, for example, or having a family get together. I spent years just beating myself up, tormenting myself for falling short, never doing it right. It was never good enough. It was never perfect. And I punished myself over and over and over for falling short. I did those things because I needed healing. I needed to be able to see myself as a person of value that is allowed to enjoy today. I don't have to put it off till tomorrow. I don't have to have everything perfect before I enjoy sitting in front of my Christmas tree that's half decorated. I can enjoy the part that is. I can enjoy the potential that it will be soon. You deserve to heal so that you can enjoy the here and now. And Philip's saying an amen. He says, that's right. Invest in your healing. What kinds of things do we need to invest in our healing? When we think of investment, we always think of money, but that is true. We'll talk about that in a minute. The first thing we have to be prepared to invest in our healing is the belief that we deserve to heal. God is no respecter of persons. He has healed me from deep wounds. He's used wonderful people in my life to help me. He's used wonderful books to help me. But I had to believe that I was worthy of healing before I could ever receive that. I want you to know you're worthy of healing. If you are in a hurting place right now, I want you to know that you deserve to not hurt anymore. And there is hope for you and there is help. Jesus will help you. And there are some practical things that you can do as well to work with him, to take what he's willing to do for you and in you and actually amplify that in such a beautiful way. All right, so the first thing is you have to invest belief in yourself that you deserve to heal, that you are a valuable person. You bring the honor. The second thing you have to be willing to invest is time. Healing rarely happens overnight. Healing doesn't usually happen bam and all of a sudden. Those are called miracles and they happen. But in my experience, more often what I see is people healing over time. You have to be willing to be patient with yourself as you heal. It will take time. I'm seeing a thumbs up over here. Let's see who's, yeah, Corey's saying, yeah. It takes time to heal. It takes time to heal. Time alone does not heal. I'm going to say that again because that's a truth bomb. Time alone does not heal. Time does not heal all wounds. Sometimes time allows wounds to fester. Philip says this, faith, God is able to heal. Yes. And God has invested in us a beautiful, beautiful mechanism for us to heal. And it is called connection. It is called connection. There is in each of us a desire to connect with others, to sincerely, authentically connect with other people who are going through the same things we've gone through, who understand us, who accept us the way we are and don't expect us to try to get all cleaned up. Genuine, legitimate connection is so healing, and you deserve that kind of a connection. And those connections take time. Sometimes the first counselor that you talk to isn't the right one. I have seen several counselors that were not a good fit for me. In my search for healing, I was finding that I was driving and then almost falling asleep. It was like narcolepsy. I thought I had some kind of an illness, like a physical illness. But what I needed was deep emotional healing. And my body was saying, I can't take it anymore. And it was just shutting off. And that spurred me to invest the time into finding good connections and a healthy, in this case, I found a healthy therapist that is a Christian that believed what I believed, that respected my viewpoint, what I value. And over years, I have healed. I no longer almost fall asleep while I'm driving. Hi, Carol. I'm glad you're here. Beautiful healing. I had a chronic neck ache for like 2.5 years. And then one day I realized because I had invested the time into connecting with somebody who could seriously and sincerely help me, I realized one day, wait a second, my shoulder doesn't hurt anymore. I was carrying emotional burdens in my physical body. I encourage you, take the time that you need to explore what is causing this pain. Could it be coming from? Who can help me? If you rule out physical reasons, I encourage you, take a look at the emotional ones, take a look at the spiritual ones. This is heavy talk. And you guys, I want to get this out there real plain. I am not a counselor. I'm a coach. That's a big difference. Counselors help heal the past. Coaches, we help you look toward the future. So trust me when I say this, there are people out there who can help you. There are therapists that can help you. There are counselors, grief counselors. There are addiction counselors. There are people who can help you heal, and it will take time. But when you make that strong connection over time, that healing can take place, and it is powerful and it is potent and it changes things. Changes things. Here's the thing about healing. Sometimes we don't realize that our lack of healing is tainting everything we see. It's color. It's like we're wearing brown glasses, sunglasses, and every time we put them on, everything we see looks brown. But when we heal, all of a sudden things become easy. Oh, I was talking about beating myself up for not being perfect, not being, and having to tell myself, okay, Shannon, it's okay. Give myself permission. It's okay to enjoy your life if everything doesn't look perfect yet. You're a work in progress. You're heading toward the right thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But willpower alone was not what it took to get me over that hump of being too hard on myself and being a perfectionist and a perfectionist in a bad way and beating myself up. What I needed was healing. I needed to heal from some of the disappointments that I had that told me that I wasn't good enough. The party I threw that nobody came to. Hello? How awful is that? How awful. Not one of those people who did not come to my party intended to hurt me. They thought they were just a small little piece and it wouldn't matter if they didn't show up. But when 10 people don't show up to your party, that can be a little emotional baggage. I needed to heal from that. That it wasn't my lack of being perfect that kept them away. Just an example. Your healing is important. You deserve to heal, and it deserves you to invest your time. It deserves you investing your effort. Sometimes we put so much effort into willpower. We all know somebody, sometimes it's us, who's trying to lose weight, trying to eat healthier. And I'll go up to that cupboard and I'm like, oh, I just really want to have that sleeve of Oreos right now. But you know what? My willpower, I need to tap into my willpower. Well, here's the thing. If my sadness and emotions are what's driving that eating, I'm not hungry. I don't really want anything. I'm going to eat too many cookies. I'm going to feel sick after. I'm going to beat myself up. Have you ever been there? What's necessary is not for me to have more willpower. We go to willpower a lot. Willpower is not what's needed. What's needed is healing. Healing from whatever is hurting that's causing me to want to numb it by eating all those oatmeal cranberry raisin cookies, right? Willpower is no substitute for healing. If you are on your growth journey and you are not growing and experiencing what you want to experience, it is easy. Even when you're listening to Sunday Night Live, it is easy to go binge watch a whole series of the videos on YouTube and say to yourself, all right, I'm going to do every one of those things. I'm going to do all of those 7 habits of highly effective people, and I'm going to start tomorrow. And we dig in and we've got the willpower and we are doing it. When actually, what we may need to put that energy in first is healing. Healing in our relationships with people, healing in our ability to listen. How can I seek first to understand and then be understood when I am so burdened down with this need to share my story, my trauma, that I can't get it out of my brain? I have to do it. It compels me. I can't be my whole beautiful, present, curious, compassionate self when I've got a wound that's just jabbing me. And I'm not trying to stir stuff up for you here. I'm really not. But I do want you to tune in. Where are you hurting? Because where you're hurting is where you need to heal. Sounds pretty plain, doesn't it? But when we heal, all of a sudden, we don't need that willpower. We don't need that willpower to say, I'm not going to binge on all that food. We don't need that willpower to say, I'm going to get up and go to work in the morning, even though my heart is broken because of a loss. When we heal, we don't have to rely on willpower to get us through. We have to invest in our healing. Believe that we're worthy. Take the time that we need to get perspective, to connect with others. And we need to understand that consistency is on our healing journey is far superior to a one and done huge event. If you ask me my opinion, Shannon, what should I do? Should I go to an 8-hour seminar about emotional healing, or should I every day spend half an hour for 16 days finding out what God says about my healing, talking to a person who understands, a counselor, a therapist, a trusted friend or advisor? I'm going to go with a little each day. That's what I've seen in my life. Change happens with consistency, and the change that happens with that consistency is exponentially more powerful than a one and done. It takes time. And you have to invest some money. Yeah, I said it. We have to invest some money. Maybe it's money to go to the therapist because our insurance doesn't cover it. Maybe it's money because they charge $5 when you go to Grief Share. I don't know how that works. I bet they don't charge. Maybe it means that you buy a book that you couldn't get at the library. Maybe it's just a few dollars. I want you to know you're worth it. I want you to know you're worth it. Whether it's $2 or $200 or $2,000 or $20,000 over the course of time, you're worth the investment of your resources to gain healing. You're worth the investment of your resources to gain healing. The how of healing? Well, it depends on what's hurt. Is it bitterness? Maybe you need to heal and forgive. What does that look like? I'm reading a great book now about forgiveness. Talks about good boundaries and goodbyes. Lisa TerKeurst, I think is her name. It's a really fascinating book. It's great. An investment of my time, of my resources. I purchased it. Of my belief that I deserve to learn more about what does it look like to have good boundaries. Where in your life do you need to invest in your healing? And what do you need to invest? Do you need to invest your belief that you're worth it? Do you need to invest the time that it takes to stop in the hurry and scurry of your life and say, all right, I need to get a handle on this. It's time for me to heal. I deserve it. Go to that Grief Share. Go to that therapist. Take the time to read that book, to reflect, to pray, to allow God to pour his healing into you. And then, do you have to invest some money? Do it. Do it. There are resources, so many resources that help. If you don't have $1 billion, if you don't have 1 million, if you don't have 1,000, if you don't have 500, you can buy a book for less than $20, a couple of Starbucks coffees, and you'll have a book that you can write notes in, thumb through. Check them out. Make it yours. Library books are great, but they get really mad when you write notes in them. Some books I'm good with checking out of the library. Usually, if I really like it, I check it out of the library and then I go and buy it. Maybe I buy it used on eBay, or Amazon sells them used. There's all kinds of options. But don't be afraid to invest some money into your healing, whatever that looks like. Most counseling centers have sliding scales. Many counselors offer an agreement. We will work with you based on your ability to pay. It's a question worth asking. Your county resources. I know in my area, Macomb County, Oakland County, they offer resources for people. Often they're group resources, which helps you connect. It takes time to weed through all that. It feels risky because we don't know if it'll work, but I'm here to tell you, you are worth it. Your healing is worth it because all of the personal growth in the world will not help if you are wounded inside. You'll be growing, but your foundation won't hold you up. I love you. I want you to grow and thrive. And above all else, the place I want you to invest your time, your talent, your belief is in finding the healing that you need. So that's my heartfelt message, you guys. What do you think? What do you think about healing? Have you healed and noticed a difference? Where has it shown up for you? Where has your healing shown up and you went, oh my word, look at me. I'm doing so good. I used to get so anxious at family gatherings, and now look at me. I'm so healed. Feels good. Look at all the confidence I have. I healed. Where have you healed? Yeah, Carol says it's important. It is. Healing is important. And Brianna's still working on that. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. Bree, this is the truth for all of us. I don't want to say our emotions, but the real us, not the body us, the real us, the inside parts of us, our emotions, our heart, our mind, our souls, those things, I almost feel like they're farmers' fields. And every year the farmer goes out and gets ready to plant a crop, and there's new rocks that have come to the surface. That's how we are. New areas, as we heal in one area, it is safe for the other wounded parts of us to say, hey, look over here. I'm kind of hurting. And then we can turn our attention with grace, with compassion, with concern and say, okay, all right, I see you. I see you there hurting. And it's okay. Talking to ourselves like we are good friends because we are. We are good friends. Oh, Carla, mwah. Heart to you. It is so important that we not get angry with ourselves because it feels like the healing process is never over, because it really is a process. And the more we heal, sometimes the more revelations pop up because we're stronger. And our protective parts are saying, okay, I can share this now. Shannon, remember that party where no one showed up? It really hurt your feelings. Let's talk about that. It's true. Oh, that was a stabber for me, you guys. But I have healed from it. When I think of it now, I don't feel that my stomach sinks and I get sweaty. Maybe you've been there when you have that bad memory, that wound that gets poked and it's like, whoo, oh, and the tears maybe, yeah. I've healed from that, but there are other things I'm still healing from. Carol says this, it will get worse unless you work hard to make it better. Yeah, it's worth investing in, isn't it? It's not an easy path to heal, but it's a glorious path. It's a fulfilling path. It is the path that we, as people who want to grow and change our world and impact our world, it's the path we have to choose if we want to truly be everything God's called us to be. His promises that he will heal us. Jesus suffered so that we could have healing, emotional healing, physical healing, spiritual healing. Healing is available. And you deserve to be healed. You deserve to be healed. That's why he did it. Because you're worthy of healing. I encourage you, those parts of you that need healing, invest in those parts. Starting next week, we're going to be talking about some practical ways to actually personally grow. But I never, ever want you to substitute personal growth for true healing. Mwah. I love you all. I'm praying for you that you would find true healing. And I hope that you have a tremendous week. Take care. Bye.